Well, hey, how's everyone doing? I was just getting into some parking lot practice. Always a good idea. Perishable skills, you know. Gotta keep it up. Anyway, I'm a little pissed off because for the second time in about a year and a quarter, I've had a break-in on my property. And both times it's the garage. And that, like I say, really pisses me off. I mean, got a lot of lowlifes around in my neighborhood, and it's just getting worse, you know, as the so-called homeless situation increases. And I got sympathy. I do. I have sympathy for people who are genuinely in a tough spot in their life, and I have empathy for people with addiction problems and such. I don't have empathy for people, though, who choose it as a lifestyle and support it with crime, with making my life harder. I don't have any empathy for that. And that's a lot of what's happening, because we have a lot of groups in this town, this city, that figures they've got to have compassion over smarts, over common sense. So there's a lot of compassion, but very little wisdom applied to the situation. And it's making life hard for everyone in town. I mean, business owners downtown have a hard time keeping in business because there's people camped out in tents in front of their business, this type of thing. I mean, you know. And then you get groups saying, like one group recently held a press conference in downtown core in what you'd call Tent City, and they demanded electrical outlets be installed on the street so that the tents could have access to power and so forth. I mean, give me a frickin' break. Anyway, I have my idea of what needs to be done, but we're a long way from having the powers that be to agree with that sort of thing. After my break-in, I was talking to a constable, and I told him how I felt, and that their power is so limited, and that must be frustrating for them. And he said, "Oh my God, thank you for saying that." And he completely agreed with my approach, and he was saying that the deciders in these matters have not consulted the police much, and when they have, they've totally ignored their input. But the police see it from first-hand perspective, and they're in reality about it. So here I am out. Well, what would the amount be for the stuff stolen? I think about $1,800. Last time it was less. But man, you know, it's pretty tough to reconcile that. I'm not wealthy. I can't afford to replace all these items all the time. And they steal the items that are in best condition and the most valuable, of course. So I had a lot of power tools stolen. Things like that. One motorcycle jacket. Yeah. Anyway, so I've taken steps on the situation, on the garage. No longer am I going to be trusting sort that just because for 35 years prior we never had a break-in, so now I've installed an alarm system on doors and windows in the garage, and I'm going to install the same in the house. I think it's best to have a few surprises for these lowlifes. So an audible alarm is part of the stuff I've installed today, and it's loud. But there's more that I won't talk about. Nothing that'll get me in trouble, but yeah, the situation, is crazy with the things that they're doing for these, in quotes, homeless people. They put them all into one big category and say, oh, we must do more for them to make their life easy. So they build housing units for them to get them off the street. Well, okay, that's fine. But they make them wet. They call them wet facilities. So that means that they can shoot up there. In fact, they build tables, nice clean metal tables for them, so that it's a sterile environment so that they can shoot up in their room. And they can drink, they can do any types of drugs they want. Heroin, crack, whatever. And it's all fine, even though those are illegal drugs. They say, no, we'll build this housing for you and we'll put you up in that and you can continue to do your drugs. And that's where I differ with their approach. I strongly feel that, man, okay, if you want to get off the street, I'll give you a helping hand. There's no problem with that. I'll put the funding towards that. But the big thing is it begins with rehab. It begins with getting off whatever you're on. And then you're gonna have this housing, and along with the housing, you're gonna be able to get the support you need, life coaching, to get on track again. And I'd be 100% behind all that if they did it that way. But right now they're just building all these housing facilities, and then they're dealing with the problem on the street because it doesn't go away. And people like myself have to deal with the fallout from it, because when these facilities are wet, these people still need to be able to afford their drug of choice, and it ain't cheap, and there's no other income for them. So where they're going to get it? They're going to get it by stealing from me and you. Get them genuine help that is meaningful for them and doesn't cause continued problems for everyone else in society. That would be my plan. And it wouldn't cost any more, because the cost of dealing with the crime for everyone is tremendous. So I realize rehab is costly. It's always about dollars. But if you're going to spend money, at least spend it wisely. Like I say, a little more wisdom and a lot less of this misplaced compassion. Anyway, well, that's my rant for today. Gotta get it off my chest. So I'm going to enjoy my ride here on this, what is it, December? My God, I'm ahead of myself. November 17. Temperature's pretty good today. It's about 9 degrees. It's late in the afternoon. Just a short ride. But it's good that I can ride. Anyway, you take care. You ride safe. Have some fun. And I will catch you on another one.